Come on in, pull up a chair, and take a load off, because today I'll be sharing a bit of a how to play, as well as my review of the Guild of Merchant Explorers from AEG. Are you sure to have a good time discovering the Lost Kingdoms? Or should you be exploring other board game options? Well, you're going to find out right after this. Howdy, 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 gang. Welcome once again to the Duct Tape Studios. I'm Jeff McAleer, your host here at the Gaming Gang channel. As I mentioned in the open, today I'm going to share a bit of a how to play, as well as my review of the Guild of Merchant Explorers from AEG. It's designed by Matthew Dunstan and Brett J. Gilbert, with art provided by Geralt Landman. The game is for 1 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, plays in around 60 minutes, and does carry an MSRP of $49.99. That said, let's swing on over to the other camera, because here I've got set up the Guild of Merchant Explorers. So before we dive on in, I do want to mention the fine folks over at AEG were kind enough to provide me with this review copy. But neither I nor anyone else affiliated with the Gaming Gang has received any other sort of compensation for me to share this review with you. And these days, it's important that you know that. All right, so the premise of this game is that the Queen has made a call out to the Guild of Merchant Explorers, and she wants the kingdom to be explored. There have been a passage of time where the capital has lost contact with just about everywhere else in the kingdom. So the Queen wants the Guild of Merchant Explorers to set out and remap the kingdom. So there are actually 4 different kingdoms for you to choose from. This is the first one that the rules recommend you utilize this kingdom when you first start learning how to play the game. But like I said, there are 4 that are available. So before we start talking about the gameplay itself, let's talk a little bit about the components. So this is our kind of our game board, nice and thick, nice card stock. Here we've got some different cards. The cards are pretty good card stock, although they are not linen finish. Kind of surprised by that, because all of our maps are linen finish, and these are a little bit thicker as well. So I like the art style. The art style is pretty cool to this, and this game plays very, very quickly. Interestingly enough, jumping into the rules here, when I read through the rules the first time, I thought this was going to be a little more complex than the game actually turns out to be. Everything just kind of clicks once you start playing. Probably take you just a few explorer actions, and you'll get the gist of how the game plays. So what's going to go on here is each player is going to get an identical map. They're going to get a whole bunch of cubes, as well as little village tokens. So these cubes represent our explorers, our routes that we are taking to explore. We've got a bunch of different tokens that represent trading posts, which are what you can turn your villages into. We've got a ton of coins. Those are the coins. I just have a few of them out. As well, we have some treasure chest tokens, which are up in the corner, which I'm kind of blocking off. And then we also have some of these towers as well, because we have these discovery towers that are kind of in the corners of the board here that we want to actually get to and explore those areas, because they are going to be worth coins to us. And the more that we check out, the more coins they will be worth. The name of the game in the Guild of Merchant Explorers is money. You're doing everything to earn as many coins as you possibly can, because at the end of the game, whoever has the most coins is the winner. There are some tiebreakers, but for the most part, you are looking to have the most coins. So what we're going to see is simultaneous play taking place here. And we're going to go through 4 different eras. So the first era, we're going to have 5 cards that show these explore actions. So that's exploring a mountain area. That's exploring 2 desert areas. That is exploring 2 grassland areas. And that is exploring 2 of any kind. Wild. It's basically a wild card. And then this is explore any 3 sea tiles right here, hexes essentially, that are connected in a straight line. So these are the actions we have available to us. We also will each have a special explore action that we will get to perform once we encounter the first era card. This is the second era, this is for the third era, and this is for the 4th era. So we're going to play through 4 eras, and then we will tally up our coins. We also, each of the maps have 6 different cards that have special goals available to us. And the first player to complete the goals will score that many coins. And then the next players who are able to complete these different goals will get 5 coins. So that's how that works. And there is a deck for each of these maps and 6 cards in the deck. So there's a lot of replayability built into this game. So to kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at, here is our map. And we have different areas. So we've got the mountains, we've got grasslands, we've got desert, we have villages, we have the Discovery Towers, we have ruins, which will get us treasures, and we also have our capital, which is where we're going to start out from. Everyone is going to start out from the capital. We also have coins on some of these different hexes, and once you explore those areas, you gain those coins. So you're going to get more cash for exploring those different areas. You'll also see that we have numbers on the villages, which are also referred to in the rules as cities, which kind of threw some of us off a little bit. Villages and cities are the same thing. So these numbers are actually utilized when you establish a trade route. So what we're going to do, we're going to shuffle up these 5 cards and our first era card, and play is simultaneous. So we'll flip this up right there. We would get explore 3 hexes, C hexes that are in a row from the capital. So what we would do here is, as an example, I could decide to do this. And that would work. I could do that. Now, I could also do something like this, just explore the 2 and not explore the 3rd. That is a valid move. You don't have to explore the number of tiles, the number of hexes that are indicated on the card. If you only want to do 1, you could. In a situation like this, if I only want to do 2, I could do that as well. But I'm going to do that for that move. So once we've played that, we're going to put that card there, move on. Everybody make sure that they're done with their explore action. Flip this over, and we have explore 2 desert. Well, what we have to do is whenever we explore, we have to go from the capital, another explorer, or a village that we have laid down. So as an example here, I'm going to explore this area of desert, then I'm going to explore that area of desert, right? So we've got the two, and there was a coin there. So I'm going to get a single coin and add that to my treasury. And what you can do is you can place your coins with the number down so that other players don't really know exactly how many coins you've got. All right, so that would be that move. Then we've got explore a mountain area. So take another explorer here. I'll explore that mountain area, and I will get another single coin. I'm going to need more explorers from the bag. So flip this on over, and here we go. Now we've got our Era 1 card. So what happens when we get an Era card is we're going to draw two of these cards. You're going to choose one, and that is going to be a special explore action that only you have. So as an example, here we have explore one mountain space, then explore up to 5 spaces adjacent to the mountain space. This one is explore one grassland space, then explore up to 5 spaces adjacent to that grassland space. I'm going to want to take that. I'm going to take that. You put it next to your board here because that's your Era 1 explore action, and then you will take that action. So what you can do is, there's the grasslands that I'm exploring. So that is going to be a village. So I'm going to establish that village there. And then I can explore all the spaces around it. So there we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. There we go. So that would be my special explore move that only I can perform. And of course, all the other players are going to have something unique that they're going to do as well. This you're going to actually just put face down on the bottom of that deck. So what's going to happen is we're going to have 3 different eras that we're going to get cards. So in the second era, we'll get a card that'll go here. Third era, we'll get a card that'll go there, with 2 more special explore actions for us to utilize. What we're looking to do is we're looking to spread out. So we're looking to try to connect villages together so we can create a trade route. So as an example, if I were to get to the point where I have these, so I would get rid of that, put the village here. I could create a trade route, which actually you have to do this. You're going to create a trade route between the 2 towns, and you're going to multiply the 2 values together, right? So 2 and 2, so that's 4, and that would gain me 4 coins. So I'm just going to make change. And then I have to drop down. Let's do the trade routes. Let's do it here. So I would place that on that location there and put this back here. And I can no longer use this to explore out from. I can only use this and this at the moment as my bases of operation. Of course, I can also explore from adjacent to any of the cubes that I've laid down. So what we're going to do here is, let's play that card real quick. So essentially it's any 2. So we can explore any 2 areas. So let's do this. Let's go here. Let's go here. And that is a ruin. So when you Explorer Ruin, you're going to take this little treasure chest, place it on there, and you're going to draw a treasure card. So either you're going to have something that's going to take place immediately, or you're going to save these to score at the end of the game. So this treasure here is going to allow me to get a coin for every village that I've got. And of course, these are secret, so I'm going to keep that hidden there. All right, let's play the last one. We've got our 2 grasslands, and let's see. I was trying to see if I could make my way to another area here. Make it to another village, but it doesn't look like I can because that's desert. That is not grass. All right, so just for the heck of it, we'll do that, and we'll do this, and I'll get a coin for that one right there. So that would be the end of the era. So as you can see, it moves nice and quick. So what you're going to do when you start a new era is you're just going to collect all your cards, including our era 1. And now we're going to take the second era card and shuffle it into our little deck here. We also have a little cleanup that we have to take part in, and we're going to take all of our explorers off of the map. So all that would remain here is going to be my treasure chest, because I've already explored that, so I can't get a treasure there again. I have my trade route over here, and I have my village, and of course, I still have my capital that I can work from as well. So when we would draw a new Explorer card, I can either set out from here again, or I can set out from this location here. So one of the aspects of the game you're trying to do is you're trying to establish these villages, because at the beginning of an era, it's going to give you a head start on continuing outward to explore the map. Once we get through the 4 eras, then what you're going to end up doing is just totaling up the coins as well. So always pay attention to the goals as well. If you don't pay attention to the goals, you're not going to win this game, because there is a lot of coinage on the line here, especially if you can be the first person to complete 2 of the 3 goals. That's 20 coins right there as well. That, in essence, is how you play the Guild of Merchant Explorers from AEG. So let me swing on over to the other camera so I can provide you with some final thoughts as well as my review score. All in all, I was very pleasantly surprised by the Guild of Merchant Explorers, because it's like a fantasy land, but there's no aspects of fantasy going on. There's no monsters, there's no battles, anything like that. But you do also, as you play through, feel that you're establishing bases of operations and trying to tie all these little areas together on the map and explore as much as you possibly can, so you can snag up as much coinage as you possibly can as well. Game moves very quickly because it is simultaneous. So everybody does their action. Everybody's done. Okay, great. Let's flip our next card. So there is a little bit of a slowdown when people are establishing villages or trade routes or putting a tower up, but nothing insane. It's just they tell you, hey, I've got a tower of discovery. Now, one thing you're not going to do is you're not going to be paying much attention to the other players, because you're going to be focused on your own map. And I think that's where this design suffers a little bit, because you are playing in a vacuum. Nothing you do is going to have any effect on any of the other players. Nothing they do is going to have any effect on your game either. I would have liked to have seen a little bit of interaction. Now, there is an expansion. It's the Queen's Orders. I have not checked it out yet. I do have it, and it looks like it's got 2 more kingdoms and some new goals as well. So, and I believe there's a rule sheet in there. So there may be a little bit of player interaction with that. I don't know. But in the core game itself, it does not. So if you are a big fan of, say, Tiny Towns, it also has that simultaneous gameplay, but you also look around the table and see, oh, hey, so Bob can't use brick, so I can use brick. I'm going to call brick. So you kind of, stick it to the other players a little bit. Here, you don't. Is that a big deal? No. We still had a really good time playing the Guild of Merchant Explorers. At most, it's going to take you an hour once you know how to play the game. Component quality is really nice. And if you like games of exploration or cartography, even though the maps are already created, you're going to actually really dig this game. Should point out it's for ages 14 and up. It's only because of the cubes and the little villages and the little towers and the various different tokens that are pretty small, easily swallowed. I could easily see 10-year-old kids completely understanding how to play this game. You know your children far better than anyone else does. But yes, I would say really it's ages 10 and up, just 14 and up, because here in the U.S., anything that's got small items that can be swallowed has to be marked 14 and up. All right. All in all, I really enjoy the Guild of Merchant Explorers. I give it an 8.5 out of 10 on a scale of 0 to 10. I think it's that good. And I am looking forward to actually checking out the expansion that's available as well. It's a small expansion. It's not huge. All right. That is it for this time out. If you like this video, by all means, please give it a quick thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, ding that bell. It'll not only let you know when I upload videos such as this review, it'll also inform you when my live stream, The Gaming Gang Dispatch, airs Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday evenings right here on YouTube at 7 o'clock Central. And of course, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, and a whole lot more that you won't find on the YouTube channel. You know the drill. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. Thank you very much for taking some time out to check out this review. And here's hoping each and every one of you gets to enjoy plenty of great gaming with your gang. Oh, hey, you're still here. Well, if that's the case, by all means, subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel by clicking right here. Check out the latest episode of the Gaming Gang Dispatch, or find out what YouTube recommends you check out from the channel. And of course, once again, I'm Jeff McAleer. Thanks for watching.